الله 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 الله.
عمر بن الخطاب رضي الله عنه على المنبر قال: سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول: إنما الأعمال بالنيات وإنما لكل امرئ ما نوى، فمن كانت هجرته إلى دنيا يصيبها أو إلى امرأة ينكحها فهجرته إلى ما هاجر إليه.
Narrated Umar bin al-Khattab, I heard Allah's Messenger saying, the reward of deeds depends upon the intentions, and every person will get the reward according to what he has intended. So whoever emigrated for worldly benefits or for a woman to marry, his emigration was for what he emigrated for.
أن الحارث بن هشام رضي الله عنه سأل رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال: يا رسول الله، كيف يأتيك الوحط؟ فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: أحيانا يأتيني مثل صلصلة الجرس وهو أشده على فيفصم عني وقد وعيت عنه ما قال، وأحيانا يتمثل لي الملك رجلا فيكلمني فأعي ما يقول. قالت عائشة رضي الله عنها: ولقد رأيته ينزل عليه الوحط في اليوم الشديد البرد فيفصم عنه وإن جبينه لا يتفصد عرقا.
Narrated Aisha, the mother of the faithful believers. Al-Harith bin Hisham asked Allah's Messenger, O Allah's Messenger, how is the divine inspiration revealed to you? Allah's Messenger replied, sometimes it is revealed like the ringing of a bell. This form of inspiration is the hardest of all. And then this state passes off after I have grasped what is inspired. Sometimes the angel comes in the form of a man and talks to me, and I grasp whatever he says. Aisha added, verily I saw the Prophet being inspired divinely on a very cold day.
حدثنا يحيى بن بكير قال حدثنا الليث عن عقيل عن ابن شهاب عن عروة بن الزبير عن عائشة أم المؤمنين أنها قالت: أول ما بدأ به رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم من الوحط الرؤيا الصالحة في النوم، فكان لا يرى رؤيا إلى أجاءت مثل فلق للصبح، ثم حبب إليه الخليء، وكان يخلو بغار حراء فيتحنث فيه، وهو للتعبد لا لليالي ذوات العدد قبل أن ينزع إلى أهله، ويتزود لذلك ثم يرجع إلى خديجة فيتزود لمثلها حتى جاءه الحق وهو في غار حراء، فجاءه الملك فقال: اقرأ. قال: ما أنا بقارئ. قال: فأخذني فغطني حتى بلغ مني الجهد، ثم أرسلني فقال: اقرأ. قلت: ما أنا بقارئ. فأخذني فغطني الثانية حتى بلغ مني الجهد، ثم أرسلني فقال: اقرأ. فقلت: ما أنا بقارئ. فأخذني فغطني الثالثة، ثم أرسلني فقال: اقرأ. باسم ربك الذي خلق، خلق الإنسان من علق، اقرأ وربك الأكرم. فرجع بها رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يرجف فؤاده، فدخل على خديجة بنت خويلد رضي الله عنها فقال: زملوني زملوني. فزملوه حتى ذهب عنه الروع، فقال لخديجة وأخبرها الخبر: لقد خشيت على نفسي. فقالت خديجة: كلا ولله ما يخزيك لله أبدا، إنك لتصل الرحم وتحمل الكل وتكسب المعدومة وتقري الضيف وتعين على نوائب الحق. فانطلقت به خديجة حتى أتت به ورقة بن نوفل بن أسد بن عبد العزى بن عام خديجة، وكان امرأ تنصر في الجاهلية، وكان يكتب الكتاب العبراني، فيكتب من الإنجيل بالعبرانية ما شاء الله أن يكتب، وكان شيخا كبيرا قد عمي. فقالت له خديجة: يا ابن عام، اسمع من ابن أخيك. فقال له ورقة: يا ابن أخي، ماذا ترى؟ فأخبره رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خبر ما رأى. فقال له ورقة: هذا الناموس الذي نزل الله على موسى صلى الله عليه وسلم، يا ليتني فيها جذعا، ليتني أكون حيا إذ يخرجك قومك. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم: أو مخرجيهم؟ قال: نعم. لم يأتي رجل قط بمثل ما جئت به إلا وعودي، وإن يدركني يومك أنصرك نصرا مؤزرا. ثم لم ينشب ورقة أن توفي وفطر الوحط.
Narrated Aisha, the mother of the faithful believers. The commencement of the divine inspiration to Allah's Messenger was in the form of good dreams, which came true like bright daylight. And then the love of seclusion was bestowed upon him. He used to go. The angel came to him and asked him to read. The Prophet replied, I do not know how to read. The Prophet added, the angel caught me forcefully and pressed me so hard that I could not bear it any more. He then released me and again asked me to read, and I replied, I do not know how to read. Thereupon, he caught me again and pressed me a second time till I could not bear it any more. He then released me and again asked me to read, but again I replied, I do not know how to read, or what shall I read? Thereupon he caught me for the third time, and pressed me, and then released me and said, Read in the name of your Lord, who has created all that exists, created man from a clot. Read. And your Lord is the most generous. Then Allah's Messenger returned with the inspiration, and with his heart beating severely. Then he went to Khadija bint Khuwaylid and said, Cover me. Cover me. They covered him till his fear was over and that he told her everything that had happened, and said, I fear that something may happen to me. Khadija replied, Never. By Allah, Allah will never disgrace you. You keep good relations with your kith and kin. Help the poor and the destitute. Serve your guests generously and assist the deserving calamity-afflicted ones. Khadija then accompanied him to her cousin Waraka bin Nawfal bin Asad bin Abdul Uzza, who, during the pre-Islamic period, became a Christian and used to write the writing with Hebrew letters. He would write from the Gospel in Hebrew as much as Allah wished him to write. He was an old man and had lost his eyesight. Khadija said to Waraka, Listen to the story of your nephew, O my cousin. Waraka asked, O my nephew, what have you seen? Allah's Messenger described whatever he had seen. Waraka said, This is the same one who keeps the secrets angel Gabriel, whom Allah had sent to Moses. I wish I were young and could live up to the time when your people would turn you out. Allah's Messenger asked, Will they drive me out? Waraka replied in the affirmative and said, Anyone man who came with something similar to what you have brought was treated with hostility. And if I should remain alive till the day when you will be turned out, then I would support you strongly. But after a few days, Waraka died and the divine inspiration was also paused for a while.
بن عبد الله الأنصاري قال وهو يحدث عن فترة الوحي فقال في حديثه بين أنا أمشي إذ سمعت صوتا من السماء فرفعت بصري فإذا الملك الذي جاءني بحراء جالس على كرسي بين السماء والأرض فرعبت منه فرجعت فقلت زملوني فأنزل الله تعالى يا أيها المدثر قم فأنذر إلى قوله والرجز فاهجر فحمي الوحة وتتابع. تابعه عبد الله بن يوسف وأبو صالح وتابعه هلال بن رداد عن الزهري وقال يونس ومعمر بوادره.
Narrated Jabir bin Abdullah al-Ansari. While talking about the period of pause in Revelation, reporting the speech of the Prophet, while I was walking, all of a sudden I heard a voice from the sky. I looked up and saw the same angel who had visited me at the cave of Hira sitting on a chair. Between the sky and the earth, I got afraid of him and came back home and said, Wrap me in blankets. And then Allah revealed the following holy verses of Quran. O you, i.e. Muhammad, wrapped up in garments, arise and warn the people against Allah's punishment, up to and desert the idols. 74.1-5 After this the revelation started coming strongly, frequently and regularly.
حدثنا سعيد بن جبير عن ابن عباس في قوله تعالى لا تحرك به لسانك لتعجل به قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يعالج من التنزيل شدة وكان مما يحرك شفتيه فقال ابن عباس فأنا أحركهما لكم كما كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يحركهما وقال سعيد أنا أحركهما كما رأيت ابن عباس يحركهما فحرك شفتيه فأنزل الله تعالى أتحرك به لسانك لتعجل به إن علينا جمعه وقرآنه قال جمعه له في صدرك وتقرأه فإذا قرأناه فاتبع قرآنه قال فاستمع له وأنصى ثم إن علينا بيانه ثم إن علينا أن تقرأه فكان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم بعد ذلك إذا أتاه جبريل استمع فإذا انطلق جبريل قرأه على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم كما قرأه.
Narrated said bin Jubair. Ibn Abbas in the explanation of the statement of Allah, Move not your tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. 75. 16 said Allah's Messenger used to bear the revelation with great trouble, and used to move his lips quickly with the inspiration. Ibn Abbas moved his lips saying, I am moving my lips in front of you as Allah's Messenger used to move his, said moved his lips saying, I am moving my lips. As I saw Ibn Abbas moving his, Ibn Abbas added, So Allah revealed, move not your tongue concerning the Quran to make haste therewith. It is for us to collect it and to give you, O Muhammad, the ability to recite it, the Quran 75:16-17, which means that Allah will make him, the Prophet, remember the portion of the Quran, which was revealed at that time by heart and recited, the statement of Allah, and when we have recited it to you, O Muhammad, through Gabriel, then you follow its Quran recital 75:18 means listen to it and be silent. Then it is for us Allah to make it clear to you. 75.19 means then it is for Allah to make you recite it, and its meaning will be clear by itself through your tongue. Afterwards, Allah's messenger used to listen to Gabriel whenever he came, and after his departure, he used to recite it as Gabriel had recited it.
عبيد الله بن عبد الله عن ابن عباس قال كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أجود للناس وكان أجود ما يكون في رمضان حين يلقاه جبريل وكان يلقاه في كل ليلة من رمضان فيدارسه القرآن فلرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أجود بالخير من الريح المرسلة.
Narrated Ibn Abbas, Allah's messenger, was the most generous of all the people, and he used to reach the peak in generosity in the month of Ramadan when Gabriel met him. Gabriel used to meet him every night of Ramadan to teach him the Quran. Allah's messenger was the most generous person, even more generous than the strong uncontrollable wind in readiness and haste to do charitable deeds.